Boston, Massachusetts is one of both the oldest and largest cities in the United States, with a metro area population of 4.3 million and a size of 4,500 square miles. Boston, located in the Northeast, has a complex geologic history that led to its current construction. It all began 4.6 billion years ago in the Precambrian era. The Boston area is underlain by ancient metamorphic and igneous rocks formed during the Precambrian and early Paleozoic eras. The ancient continent of Gondwana had a subduction zone on its edge about 570 million years ago. The volcanic Avalon mountain range was created as a result of intense volcanic activity, which occurs in all subduction zones. Along Gondwana's edge, rifting took place and significant faults and rift valleys developed inside the Avalon region. This region includes the present-day Boston Rift Basin. Avalon collided with early North America about 380 million years ago. About 250 million years ago, all of the continents finally joined to form the enormous supercontinent Pangaea. North America was sandwiched between Africa and Baltica on one side and Avalon, where Boston is located, on the other. The Appalachian Mountains were created as a result, and the remnants can still be seen today, the Berkshires. Approximately 200 million years ago, Pangaea began to fragment. Numerous rift valleys developed as it started to fracture. Only the mid-Atlantic rift zone remains to this day after the majority of this rifting ceased in a very short amount of time. Numerous valleys that are still present now were created at this time of severe rifting. The valleys of the Hudson and Connecticut rivers are among them. This rifting caused numerous little lava flows to leak to the surface through fissures. Some of these can be seen throughout eastern Massachusetts as igneous rock intrusions. The eastern North American plate boundary wound up far offshore of North America at the mid-Atlantic ridge in the middle of the ocean following the breakup of original Pangaea. The ferocious volcanic activity of previous years gradually subsided. The continents started moving in the direction of their current positions. The geologic narrative of Boston shifted from this point to one of weathering, erosion, and deposition. Deep channels were carved out of the softer sedimentary rocks, particularly in the Cambridge argillite, by rivers that flowed from the volcanic rock formations that surrounded the Boston Basin. Much later, within the last 100,000 years, the surfaces of these rocks were carved by multiple periods of glaciation. The most recent glacial retreats that carved the current landscape occurred between 20 and 10,000 years ago, providing the surface geography that we see today. One interesting story from the early formation of Boston is that of the Grenville Mountains. When early North America and Baltica, another early continent, met, fold mountains were created from young crust. This formed the Grenville Mountains, which stretch from what is now western Massachusetts to Canada and Mexico. Weathering and erosion caused them to erode as quickly as they developed, and the sediments flowed to both sides of the mountain range, creating a broad level coastline in the ocean where the majority of New England would eventually be. Massive volumes of silt, including mud, sand, and gravel, were dumped into deep sea basins in the ocean's off coast during this time. Western Massachusetts is presently home to the Grenville Mountains remains.